You know these words, right? Do you see them like Shanghai instead of Shanghai, Beijing instead of Beijing, Huawei instead of Huawei, Xiaomi instead of Xiaomi? That's owing to the incomprehension of Chinese tones. In this video, you're gonna find how easy it is to learn Chinese tones with your knowledge of speaking English in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned. In English, no matter what intonation we apply to a word, it won't change to another one. So peanut or peanut are always the same word, but in Chinese, it's a different story. Different tones indicate different characters and words. Shanghai actually means hurt or wound instead of the famous city Shanghai. Let's have a look at this, the Chinese phonetic systems in use. Pinyin and Zhuyin. They play the same role as our IPA or KK for English. As you can see, Pinyin is pretty similar to English alphabet, so it's much easier to learn for English speakers. But we have both in this series of videos in case you're interested. Now, we only focus on these strange symbols, which are called 声调. They're used to represent the tones. In Pinyin, we write them above the primary vowels, and in Zhuyin, most of the time, we write them behind all the letters. By the way, it's a common way to use numbers to represent the tones on digital devices, because we don't have them on our keyboard, right? 第一声, the first tone is a horizontal line in Pinyin and no tone mark in Zhuyin. Whenever we read an English word with 2 syllables, most of the time, we would start with the first tone and end with the fourth tone, like t-shirt, teapot, tea, kick, tea球, kick the ball. So t-shirt, tea球, tea sounds the same, right? Okay, one more. Peanut, p just like p, 批评, criticize. Let's compare peanut, 批评, p. That's why we say Beijing as Beijing. Jing should be the first tone. We can simply put it to the beginning of a word and find the feeling. Let's try it by reading or singing Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, Jing. Right, it's Jing for Beijing. 第四声, the fourth tone, which is drawn downwards in both Pinyin and Zhuyin. As mentioned above, we end a 2-syllable word with the fourth tone. So let's have a look at green tea, tea, and tea, cut or shave, 剃头, haircut, 剃胡子, shaved beard. Or for single-syllable words like pee, just like pee, fart, the smelly gas from a body, 屁股, the part of body we sit on. So we can find the feeling by putting it to the end of a word. One way could be reversing the word. Let's try 上 by reversing the word into 海上, which means on the sea. 海上. Someone might read it like 海上. That's good enough for now. 第二声. The second tone is drawn upwards in both Pinyin and Zhuyin. When we ask yes-no questions, we are likely to use a high pitch in the end. Say, do you like a cup of tea? Tea, the same as tea, 提起, raise or lift. May I have a dish of peas? Peas, drop the S. 皮, and 皮, 皮肤, skin. 皮革, leather. So, in Huawei, both of them are the second tone. We only need to build some simple questions with a word sounds similar to the character. Can you write the character 华? Can you find a Wei? 华为. Good. 第三声. The third tone is drawn downwards, then upwards, in both Pinyin and Zhuyin. English speakers are using similar intonation in yes-no questions too. But this time, we pay attention to the beginning of the sentence. Do you like a cup of tea? Do you? Do, very similar to do, 赌博, gamble. Do you? 赌博, right? And May I have your name? May I? May, the same as May, 美丽, beautiful. Got a feeling? Let's get back to these words. By replacing the consonant, we'll get a feeling of pronouncing the third tone. May I? May, 北, 北京. And might I? 买, 海, 上海. Shall I? 少, 小. Need I? 你, 米, 小米. Wow! We've learned all of the famous words listed in the beginning of the video. Let's move on to the last tone, the neutral tone, 轻声. When we have no tone mark on the pinyin letters, we call it the neutral tone. We can either leave it blank or use number 5. And then 注音 is different from other tones. We add a point before the consonant rather than behind all the letters. We use the same tone or intonation pretty often in English, especially with our functional words, like auxiliary verbs, articles, prepositions, and so on. I'd like to have a cup of tea. We say d, t, of. In the same way as the neutral sound, 轻声, d in I'd like is the same as d in Chinese, which is used as modifier suffix. For example, 我的, my, 你的, your, 好的, good, 坏的, bad. Just keep it short and weak. Pretty easy. Now we have gone over all of the 5 tones, 声调 in Chinese. I'm Wishon. In my upcoming video, we will talk about the consonants, and you'll find most of them are also pretty easy. You can practice tones along the way with me. Subscribe and hit the bell to get informed as soon as the videos are done. And give this video a like. Thank you.